your feet
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah, I could use
I
a
will-
long rest.
I will say I'll give everybody a good berry.
All right.
Just
Fenrir
for
is
this
going to
night.
remove some of the
Oh.
food that packed along, and
I actually eat the good berry this time.
okay. And what you'll notice is that he takes some. And Cliff, you're keenly watching Fenrir with this food at this point because yourself, you're very hungry, and you see him take some of the meat out. And what you notice immediately is that claws begin to protrude from his fingers, and his teeth begin to sharpen, and he tears the meat into the raw meat in two and begins consuming the half of it in his right hand.
Like,
not
meat's
normal.
back on the menu, boys. But
So
I
I'm
do
gonna-
not partake.
His features become very wolf-like.
Of course they do. Okay.
The
Can I
bass
walk
is
up? Can I walk
fucking
up?
raw.
Fenrir looks up and sees you eyeing them, and he goes to and he hands you the other half, Cliff. Do you want some?
Yeah, can you like put it on the fire a little bit first? Or...
Oh, of course. Here, I do not have to cook my meat. So I don't know. I'm afraid I might burn it. So you should probably
And
take charge of that.
as a dad, I would obviously be a grill master.
Right.
If you say
Grill
so.
man.
Do it
Yes,
perfectly.
Cliff, and I'll say that you do have proficiency with cooking meat on a
tongs.
cooking meat on a fire.
Ting-ting.
Cooking meat on a fire. You have proficiency in that.
Ugh.
Damn it! I dropped my fucking Swiss cake roll.
Get fucked.
No, it's covered
Novus
in-
drops his food onto the ground. God dang it! Gotta brush it off.
So Cliff, how do you make the meat? Are you gonna spit roast it? You gonna what are you gonna do?
He's probably gonna grill that son of a bitch up, medium rare.
Do I have a pan with me? I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You have like
Well,
basic cooking supplies in your supply, like the supplies
just
you were given.
pan sear it with some butter, salt, and pepper.
The smell is delicious. Even Fenrir kind of looks up and says, perhaps I should try that sometime." As he continues to consume the raw, bloody meat in his hands.
You said it wasn't bloody.
It is now.
Oh, it's bloody. It's just not dripping blood.
It's at half health because he
properly.
ripped it in half, so it's bloodied.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. While they're eating, I'm gonna walk a perimeter around the camp.
Okay.
One final check.
As Rashidar, you make the perimeter. Novus, you get a ping in your brain, and you look up and you just see it's Rashidar.
Actually, it doesn't.
Do I notice him like jerk up and look at me?
Probably.
I can disengage creatures that won't set off the alarm.
You have to specify the
Yeah,
creatures.
you got to
though.
specify that though when you cast it.
Oh, I did that. Oh, I would assume I would just have done that for everyone in the fucking camp.
Well, this is the first time you've cast this spell, so
No, I've casted it before.
have you?
Huh.
He's casted at it before.
I casted it a million times.
Novus says, "Oh, I forgot," and then you exclude the party from setting off your alarm.
Okay.
All right.
Go back to
Any
walking the perimeter.
any campfire bedtime stories that the party tells before
Because
you guys
if-
take a long rest?
If I didn't exclude them, it would also set off an audible bell that lasts for 10 seconds within 60 feet.
I gotcha. I'm just fucking with you.
20
But anyway,
foot perimeter, but the sound is 60 feet?
Who wants to tell a campfire story? DM wants to hear one.
Let's sit around the campfire and sing our campfire song.
There once was a horrible mind flayer. He killed everyone. Good night.
all right. Rashter goes to bed.
There once was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly, everyone died. The end.
These are all horrible. I'm sad I asked, but okay. Any serious conversations before you guys knock off for a
Yeah,
long rest?
I would ask Lear. So why did the big guy for that circle say he loathed asking you for help? I just kind of figured you guys were all on the same team.
You were all tight, as the kids say.
We rarely seek other circles. They do things different than we do, so it seems. In fact, I really didn't even know about any other circles close to the Southwood until Dinesh told me about this one. We don't. We're stubborn, I feel.
So it's
We
less
like to.
beef and more just apathy then?
Do I know what that word is? Is Lear educated enough for big words?
So you know what apathy is.
Yeah.
However, when he says beef, you're completely unsure
Uh,
what that means.
we don't eat meat, but there's no real hate. At least I don't feel that. I'm not sure what they feel towards the Bellatar, but
It was just a little jarring for him to say he loathed asking you for help.
it was just I don't know. It is strange, but
Hmm.
we are strange in a way.
Fenrir, hearing this conversation, looks up from his bloody mess of meat that he's been consuming. Sort
There's
of
beef.
picks some of the uh, veins out of his teeth with his claw fingers.
Nice image.
He says, "Well, from my perspective, it's not so much that the Grey One has anything against any of the other circles. It's more a circle is meant to be self-sufficient. We should not need much help from others.
From my point of view,
State
the mushroom druids are evil.
to put this in perspective, our friendship, as he called it, with the stone giants was nothing more than a pact for survival. Much like some animals rely on other animals to survive in sort of a symbiotic relationship. However, we do not make pacts like that lightly, and we prefer to stay out of the business of other circles. And we prefer those circles to stay out of our business as well.
Sounds
Yep.
a whole bunch like a bunch of different religions.
I suppose you
Hmm.
could call it that.
Sorry.
Oh, do you have a different perspective, Lear?
Not really. I feel the same way. I feel like the only reason a circle would reach out is in desperate times, and I feel like really both of our circles are in need.
Seems there are many that are at need these days.
And same as your pact with your stone giants, I feel we have a similar pact with the town of Loudwater. Not really in forms of words or symbolism, but we tend to take sick people and help them, and they really leave us alone. They don't hunt our Southwoods as much as other towns would. They don't overextend into what isn't theirs. So I
I
can
see.
see your perspective.
Civilization certainly does take on different forms. However, being as my circle is not near such a place, it is hard to imagine that those outside the circle would understand what we do.
Same as us reaching out to each other. They only reach out in desperate times to us.
I must admit my curiosity, Lear. Being so far from your own circle, I have not been much farther than this from my circle ever. I wonder how that is.
It's
Sorry.
strange but exciting. There's things I don't know of. I'm learning different ways and how people are. There's not many that I found alike, but a few I have. It's good to get out, to get a perspective of.
It's most certainly becoming clearer to me, and at this he looks directly at you, Cliff, that there are those much different than us. It seems that, much like everyone participating in the cycle, that people share similar traits to those of animals. Being as different, maybe not in appearance, but in the way they do things, the way they live their lives, the way they think. It would
Fire, just nod.
it would be interesting to see that more. And Fenrir will just sort of like begin staring into the fire as he sort of uh, begins to just sit with himself and his own thoughts. All right, last call for conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for when Rashadir settles down into his zombie state.
I'm gonna try and make it appear like I am what a normal person would sleep, like slight rise and fall of their chest until I see everyone else go to sleep, and then go to my inert state.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And when he does, I walk over. Now that you're comfortable, I think me and you are long overdue for a conversation. Who
Like a
hired?
corpse, I don't like a corpse. I don't move.
Who hired you? You can stop pretending.
The job was out of the ordinary. Generally, Kyrie is able to provide the information for who offers the job, but not this time.
And why is that?
I don't rightly know, but she gave me some assurances.
What kind of
Learning.
insurances?
You don't have any trusted friends, do you?
That's a
One
loaded
who-
question.
One whom you'd bet had your back in the most desperate of times.
Not anymore.
But you at least know that feeling.
I do.
Well, Kyrie was that for me. And her word carried great weight on my decisions, especially when it came to jobs. It was mostly on her urgings. But from what Geoff has told us, I don't know if it was under duress and I just didn't catch it, or if she truly believed what she was telling me.
If you have so much faith in this person,
Did.
then why didn't you do your job?
Would you believe me if I told you that I could see things no one else does?
Well, seeing as I'm talking to a corpse, I'm open to a lot of things.
Corpse. Healing magic works on me just like anyone else that's alive.
You don't eat, you don't breathe. Still is a
It's a
corpse.
It's a condition.
So what did you see then that made you go against this trusted friend of yours?
It's mostly a combination of things. Let's see if I can find out. I don't know if you've heard anything about the Grey Stalker, as Geoff announced my moniker to the room. One that was not chosen by me.
Do I know anything about the Grey Stalker?
Make a history check.
History 14.
Doran, throughout your travels, you have, mostly in large cities, among more well-to-do folk, you've heard rumors of someone called the Grey Stalker, but all you know is that something of an enigma. No one really knows if it's a myth or if it's real, but the legends tell of someone silent as shadows, capable of ending a life and vanishing before anyone even knew what happened.
I can't say I know much. Just some urban boogeyman.
One way to say it, I guess. Frankly, I think it's a little overblown.
It sounds a little pretentious, if I'm not being honest, but
Interestingly, Doran, you've also heard about the Grey Stalker in multiple cities along the Sword's Coast, from Waterdeep, Baldur's Gate, many small towns even throughout the Sword's Coast, not just in any singular location.
name gets passed around a lot. That all you?
As much as I don't like the infamy it brings, yeah. But it has its perks as well when everyone fears what they don't know. So back to your earlier question. It's a combination of things. The Grey Stalker is known for assassinating, typically, high-value targets, city lords, syndicate leaders, people who generally have a little bit of weight behind their name. If not necessarily enough to be absolutely necessary to their community. I have criteria for whom I actually kill. And a employer can offer a contract. But if I don't deem their target worthy, generally, the person who offers the contract winds up dead. Hence why I tried to get Geoff to give me some information, since Kyrie apparently is his contact.
If you
Why I
have,
asked you if you knew if anyone would want your head.
I have some ideas. Oh, another
I may be an assassin, but I have my morals.
If you have morals, why'd you become an assassin then? Seems like the wrong kind of work.
And a surgeon's blade. Is that always a bad thing? Necessary force.
Well then, and I pull out of my pack and I drop onto his motionless chest. Perhaps you should do some reading on the kind of people that hire you. And I get up and walk away. And I drop the Book of Loath and the Drow onto him.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna read it, Rasher?
I'll spend about 2 hours reading it, and then I'll go into my motionless state.
Okay. Okay. So you definitely get a good idea about the Drow matriarchy and how their society generally works, which leads into the start of some of the Drow gods. And when you begin to read, you sort of shudder at the idea that anyone could even argue that these gods are benevolent in any way. But that's about as far as you get. And I am going to award Rashidar and Doran with inspiration for that excellent roleplay. Thank you, guys.
Whoa.
And you guys will drift asleep, those of you that do sleep. And you can all check a long rest if you... I believe the only one who might have used something for that would be Rashidar.
That'd be me.
I still like
But
pressing
you
the
can
button.
check a long rest. You guys, even in the midst of the forest, you feel safe due to the alarm, as well as Rashidar's watch and whatnot that he always seems to take.
And I tried very hard to keep the other druid from finding out my nature.
And you sleep. And you awake at dawn, well rested and reinvigorated. Cliff, your feet don't hurt nearly as bad as they did last night. And you guys enjoy a little bit of breakfast before getting up to trek back deeper into the woods. And soon enough, you're back upon the same area, the trees, from yesterday.
All right. Oh, we didn't get attacked last time we were here, even when messing with those trees. Do we just move forward? Oh, do I see my dart in that tree? Still, or is it melted or whatever?
It's still there.
Hmm.
It seems unaffected, no different than 8 or 10 hours ago.
Has the tree's state of decay increased, or
Advanced.
is it seems like it's pretty much where it
Make-
was when we left it?
Make an investigation check.
I can assist.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Or Rasher, you can make your own roll. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll let Dorian go.
Well, there you go. That's much better. So, Rashider and Doran, with perhaps a little bit of a newfound understanding amongst the two of you, you take a look at the tree together, and you easily enough discover that, yes, in fact, the tree does look a bit more decayed in certain places than it did yesterday.
I wonder what happens to this ichor when this tree finally collapses.
I doubt it disappears.
So just to be clear, you've inspected this tree several times at this point, so you can see that there is the black substance sort of leaking from the tree's bark. But since you can see into the hollow portion of the tree, there's not much in the way of the black ichor. It's not as if the very veins of the tree are being pumped full of it. It's just there's evidence of it here and there.
In the tree.
With that 20, can I discern whether, like, is it the ichor itself that's, like, kind of corroding into the tree and that's what's created, like, these jagged openings? Or is it just something besides tools have opened the tree and then the ichor is
There.
residue for whatever happened? Opened the tree.
You can tell with that roll and the increased light from the sun during the dawn that it's as if something was taken from the tree all at once in that spot. Not as though it slowly decayed into that state.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost as if there's tree there and then ripped out and then now it's gone.
Okay.
Hmm.
I look back to the group. Something took the innards of this tree out. I think we wasted enough time on these. These seem to be a symptom. I think we should deal with the cause instead.
Maybe it's some type of worm.
What are our two druids' opinions?
Well, I agree. This does appear to be a symptom of the corruption, not necessarily the cause. Yeah, I agree. We have spent much time on this matter. I believe we should move on. Lear, what do you think?
Silence is an agreement, I believe.
Are you muted?
I agree.
Okay.
He had a slight brain aneurysm.
Well,
We have
tell me if any of you disagree, but it appears to me that the trees that have been affected seem to almost move forward in a straight line towards that direction.
So, since he's pointed it out, is it easy to notice?
Lear, you said yesterday that you found tracks. Where did those lead?
I couldn't tell which direction exactly. They seem to be old. They're scattered in many different tracks throughout.
Right, I had told you, Lear, that they certainly either came from or are led to that northeasterly direction. You were able to determine that with your survival check.
Oh, hello. What the fuck?
All right, so where are
Okay.
you guys heading?
Need to take advantage of that more often.
So we have the line of trees, and then we have the tracks going in an opposite direction.
No, the same direction.
Same direction.
I think
Probably
all roads lead to Rome, so I guess we're gonna go in the direction of the trees and the tracks.
All right. And as you begin moving through, you start to notice everyone as you're looking out for them. More and more of these affected trees. And sure enough, in just about all of them, there's at least one hollow portion. Just like the first tree. And so I'll give you an opportunity again. What's the marching order as you guys move forward? Still the same?
Did we want to try and be stealthy through the woods or whatever? Or
No, I'm not going to try.
If you try to be stealthy, especially since it's during the day.
Mostly just be trying to keep noise down.
No, I think we
Sure.
should. And I'll cast Pass Without a Trace on us. Just
Okay.
stay close to me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Is that a plus 10?
Yep.
Yeah, to all stealth rolls
All right, so everyone roll
The
stealth
next
rolls
hour.
for me.
for the next hour.
Okay.
For the next
29.
That's 29.
33 for Cliff.
33
Don't
for
strive
Asher.
for it.
For Asher.
24
Sir.
for Novus.
Okay, and hold on. I guess I'll roll a stealth check for our. Okay, so he got a 23. He got a 23.
Cliff and Rashid are fucking ghosts walking through this
Ghost.
forest.
So all of you, given the spell's effect, you even notice it's like I swore I stepped on that twig that should have made a sound. It doesn't.
And
You're just all quietly moving through the forest in the northeasterly direction. And as you move, let's see, what are the
marching order?
What is, well, I think, did you guys say the same, basically?
I think it should be the same.
Sure.
So clear, Medicus,
What?
Cliff, and then me and Doran.
Who has the, what's everyone's passive perception?
Mine is 13.
11.
Lear's is 16?
Yep, 16.
Well, wisdom is his modifier for his class.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Okay. And so as you move forward through the woods, the light of the day begins to become less clear as the thicket of the woods grows thicker and thicker, the trees more numerous. And excuse me. And as you reach a point in your journey, about an hour later, you reach a small clearing with vines surrounding the area, as well as many trees that have been affected by this corruption in this area as well. And so, all of that. Oh, well, that's very nice.
Okay.
And as you step through, the vines in the clearing begin to move, and they begin to enwrap themselves around all of your legs. And Lear, you're the first to see. You look up, and in front of you, about 30 feet, a man steps out from behind a tree and says to you all, "Intruders upon our forest! You shall not live to see the light of day again." As these vines begin to wrap themselves around your legs,
How
I
far
need
away were
everyone to roll for initiative,
we?
first of all.
Woo, 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 woo.
Fuck.
Shit, I forgot to cast fucking mage armor. Arrgh.
I can, but I kind of don't want to at this time. Nah.
This is where
Hang
the
on to that.
party dies. Justin, we need your initiative. There it is.
19 with the alert feat.
This is the correct one, I think. Wait, no. This is not the correct one. Oops. Goodness gracious. So many encounters on here.
GG, DM wasn't ready.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like this may not have, Oh, here it is. I thought it
You
didn't
play
save.
some like battle music in with the jukebox feature on Roll20. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know if I can... I guess I could do that. I don't know
I think
exactly
we
how
did
that works.
at one point.
Okay, so we got Dorian with a 15, Lear at 10, Cliff
Cliff and Rashtier with a
7.
7.
Big sevens.
Big 7s.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that say 6? 7. Novice 19 though,
Mm-hmm.
and Fenrir gets a... looks like an 8. No, 7 actually.
Nice.
3 7s. Lucky
All
7.
right. And just to be clear, you guys are surprised.
I
We're
don't think we can
stealthy.
be surprised with passed out
Yeah,
trace.
He also walked out of the tree and
Medicus
said,
can't be
"Whoa,
surprised.
whoa, whoa." He gave a monologue. He can just shoot us.
And Medicus can't be surprised, so
Come on.
He can't be surprised? Why can't he be
Oh.
surprised?
because he has
Alert.
alert.
No, he doesn't.
Does he? I don't
Wait.
think so.
What do I have that I don't know I have?
I thought
don't
you
have
had
it.
alert.
That's a feat.
No, he's a time wizard.
Now remember, Varn from that one shot had alert.
Yeah.
The cultist
Famous
didn't
cult.
surprise you, but the
Baby twig plates.
all of the bullshit that is now surrounding you does.
Oh my god.
As the vines come to life, and even the mere twigs and wood from the trees begin to fill with energy as they look towards you. And then I'll give you guys the opportunity, if this is not the setup that you were thinking of, you guys can move a little bit if you need to. It should have control. Yeah, you do.
Nope.
Mm.
This doesn't seem very safe for me.
Definitely not.
You wouldn't have known. But yeah.
Well, you do have a high initiative, so you might be able to do something.
Oh no, we're surprised, so everything gets to go first.
Right.
Be
So
prepared with those luckies and those rerolls.
we'll do the surprise round here.
I thought we were
So
stealthing. Did I miss a part or something?
you were stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Were. That's the key.
Then how did?
Because
They
I
didn't
have
jump-
it. Because I have a D22. Yeah. And regardless, these things can see you, regardless.
But they don't have eyes. They're trees.
That's right. they don't see with their eyes. But anyway, they come to life, and the twigs and the little barks of tree begin to sort of run at you guys. So we'll go with this one first.
Hey, poor fuck, guys.
5, 10, 20. Move to there,
Of course it.
and it's going to reach out against you with its claws. I have never seen that in my life. It wasn't against the dice thing, but it was still cocked. I don't know how that works.
Well, then that's just a natural one. I feel.
Nice try. Okay, 21 to hit.
Motherfucker, even if I had mage armor on, that would still hit.
Oh, don't get too upset, because this is not a
No,
lot of damage.
Well,
Uh,
tiny
you
damage a lot
take
of times is going to be.
you take 2 piercing damage as its claws sink into your leg.
Ah, splinter.
All right, and this one over here, 5, 10, 20. This one over here, 5, 10, 15, 20. So they sort of start moving towards you guys. 20. Right.
I don't know why you're not having them take the dash action so they get to those fast.
Maybe you'll see. Anyway, and then the needle boys will be going
Needle.
next.
Green needle.
All right. And these are going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's going to make a needle attack against you, Novus.
Me.
That's an
Why?
8 to hit. So even
That
without
misses.
mage armor, I think it misses. As it holds out its little arm and shoots a spray of needles at you, you're able to narrowly avoid it.
I'm imagining like a bunch of tiny Groots.
This one,
That what they
that's
look
pretty
like?
much what they are.
Be real
This
nice
one's
to
gonna move
have a
here
wild magic sorcerer cast fireball on himself right
Just
now.
on the entire party, right? And this one's gonna shoot needles at you, Dorian.
Uh-huh.
That is a 12 to hit.
That misses.
All right. This one's also gonna shoot at you, Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 10 to hit, so that also misses.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one's gonna stay where it's at, and it's gonna take a shot at you, Lear, with its needles. That's a 7 to hit.
This-
I need to get rid of this dice.
Dice jail.
All right.
Who's player character?
That is Fenrir.
Ah,
Then the Viney boys here. This one's going to move up to you, Cliff. And it's going to attempt to constrict you. So let's see, makes an attack roll.
Attempt to tickle your butthole.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yo.
Bigger
All
man.
right.
Bigger target.
at least he's got those gauntlets on.
How is Baby Groot gonna
Okay,
constrict
so
me?
you take 5 bludgeoning damage as its vines kind of hit against your body, and you are grappled and restrained.
So just
No
restraint.
save.
With a strength check.
Nope. You can attempt to break out, but you are currently restrained. So let's call it I don't know, what do you want to call this one? We'll just put something like that on you. And then this one over here is going to come up to you, Novus. Gonna attempt to do the same thing to you. And that is an 11 to hit. Does that hit?
Miss, baby.
Wow. Okay. This one will move up to you, Rashider. That is a 12 to hit.
Misses.
All right. And this one will move up to Dorian. That is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Oh, that is 12 bludgeoning damage, and you are also now restrained.
Oh, they do little damage. Fuck off.
Well,
Well, I rolled very well on that one. All right, now we're back at the top of the round, and Novus, you are the first to act.
Yes. Yes, I am.
what you do?
What
What
do?
do I do?
I cast Fireball.
You're worried
Yes,
about the forest.
I cast Firebolt on.
You are currently engaged. You have disadvantage.
Yes, I would. I was just about to say, you will be at disadvantage if you cast a ranged attack. Unless you move first.
Do you have a
Or
touch
use
spell?
fireball.
I don't have Fireball.
Uh, maybe someday.
That'll never happen.
Do you have anything that requires a save or touch spells?
No.
Hmm.
No.
You do have a certain spell you could use to get away, and then cast
Yeah.
Fireball.
I'm gonna use a Misty Step.
Okay.
Might
Where are
want-
you moving to?
It's 30 feet away, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
up to 30
So-
feet away.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a trip
Ooh.
here.
Okay. All right, and that was your bonus action, so you can still cast a cantrip with your action.
And then move.
And then, let's see. I'm gonna shoot Firebolt at the one in the vine blight in front of Cliff.
Okay, make an attack roll. That hits. Roll for damage.
Nice.
Okay. Deal 8 fire damage. As the creature recoils a bit. But this is no ordinary vine or wood. This is corrupted vine. And
Oh,
or
is it
wood.
that fake shit that they put on countertops? Fuck.
Yes.
I believe that's more flammable than
All right,
regular
and
wood.
you still have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you can go back there, or
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little trip back here.
All right, sure. And Dorian, you're
I
up.
am my turn.
You are restrained,
Okay.
but you can attempt to break
he,
out.
I
he
will
also
also
has the thing.
cast Misty Step.
That's what to say. He also has the thing.
All right, you can certainly do that.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay, you are no longer restrained by the creature as you escape its grasp
And I will
using your
take,
spell.
I will take a swing at this one grabbing Cliff.
Go for it with your +1. 18 does hit. Roll for damage.
Ignore that.
What?
10
10.
damage. Gonna turn
All
it
right,
off.
10 damage as you take a strike at it. It appears to be slowing down significantly, although it still has its grasp on.
Hey, it has more than
Cliff.
18 fucking health.
Still has its.
I mean,
And that is my turn.
All
Oh,
right,
I
the
don't know.
Twiggy boys are going to be coming in hot now. So
around the tree.
Twiggy.
this one is going to move up towards Cliff here and make an attack against him with advantage. Okay, that would be 16 to hit.
Misses.
Hey.
All right, that one misses. This one here is going to move up to you, Rashider, and attempt to attack you. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 3 piercing damage as the claws pierce your skin. This one, having no real other option, is going to move up to you, Rashider, and take another swipe at you as you find yourself surrounded. And that's actually going to be a natural 19. So that one's a 23 to hit with the +1 bonus. So you're going to take another little prick.
Little
That one's going to be 5 piercing damage. Then finally, this one will move over to you, Dorian. And that is going to be 9.
Miss.
All right, and Lear, you're up. Your friends are surrounded. What do you do?
Nothing.
Clear.
Muted.
Let's go.
I see. I'm muted. I'll take my action to cast Symbiotic Entity, gain 16 health points, have that going.
All right.
Temp health.
I'm gonna throw something on you for that. We'll do that. You're radioactive now.
Okay, then bonus action Shillelagh,
Radioactive.
Bonus action shillelagh.
and I'll stay where I'm at.
All right. Great. All right. The needlers are gonna go next, and this one's going to again try to shoot at you, Lear.
Mhm.
That is a 13 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay. And then the one over here in this direction is actually going to shoot Finrear. It's going to be a 18 to hit, which does hit Finrear. So it's going to be ooh boy. Okay. That's going to be let's see. That's 9 damage to Finrear. Record that. And then this one here. It's going to these two over both of these over here actually are going to shoot at you, Rashider. So the first one is going to be a 14.
Misses.
And the second one's even worse, a 5. So those both do not connect. And Cliff, you're up. You are restrained.
I have to use the action to break that.
Uh,
I mean,
I believe
could-
so, because you're
you could-
grappled, and generally you'd have to be. You can still attack, so you could
It'd be-
attack it.
he's restrained, so it'd be with disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was just your movement speed is 0.
No, that's
Restrained.
grappled.
he's
restrained.
restrained.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
actually
okay.
restrained. So attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you'd have disadvantage to attack it, but you could either attack it or attempt to break free.
Or you could do Thunder Wave.
You're still capable of casting any spell, because restrained does not prevent you from using
Wiggling
somatic
my hands around a
components.
little bit.
Yeah, you're able to move enough apparently, because for some reason they didn't add that to the restrained condition in 5th edition. So, to your benefit.
Strength is also 19, so
Yeah, rules is written. You can still cast spells regardless of their somatic components.
Oh, then I will cast Dissonant Whispers on the guy restrained.
Okay, and is that a wisdom
Sucker
save?
save.
Wisdom
It
save?
is Wisdom of 13.
It rolled an 18, so it
Takes half
passes.
damage.
Does it still take half damage?
Yeah,
So-
and it doesn't do the effect.
All
So
right.
that's
Well,
5?
somehow you whisper into this seemingly this vine-like creature that does
I
not
do-
seem like it would have feelings. What do
I
you
do
say
the-
to it?
I do the Mike Tyson taunt and say, I'm gonna fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Hey, it's a Mike Tyson quote. Hey!
And with that, it dies from cringe. And you are no longer restrained, as the creature restraining you loses its strength and
dies.
dies. Yeah.
Eyes from cringe.
All
Nice.
right. Movement or bonus action?
I will bonus action
We should have both, right?
He does have both.
Bardic Inspiration, Dorian.
All right, Dorian, you have a bardic inspiration die now.
Why is it not?
Please help me. And then I'll just
Okay, you move closer to Finrear and Lear.
Oh, mannequin.
Rashidur, you're up.
Why is my health bar not the correct amount?
Because you're not going to need it soon.
There. All right. Bonus action, disengage as I'm
All
moving
right.
away.
He
5,
uses the ancient Joestar technique of running away.
25, 30. Pull out my heavy crossbow and shoot the one that's next to Dorian.
Okay, roll to hit.
Bang. There we go.
That does hit.
And with sneak attack. Oh god. Why are you being dumb? There we go. Oh. The sneak attack damage.
19
Ooh.
damage. So, as you fire into the back of this creature currently engaged with Doran, much like the branch that fell from the tree earlier, the day before, this creature basically explodes into a mess of splinters and twigs.
Alright. And as it dies,
Die.
I'm going to use Whales of the Dead
Okay.
to hit that one. This one right here.
All right.
Whales from the Grave. That's what it's called. No, it's only 1 damage.
Nice.
Gotcha.
That's enough.
You see some of the bark from the creature begin to fall off. But other than that, it's seemingly unaffected.
Yeah. That's my
Okay.
turn.
All right, perfect. All right. And Fenrir is up. And so what he's going to do is you're going to see upon him, you're going to see him sort of change and channel primal magic like he did the night before, causing his teeth and fingernails to sharpen. But this time it's a little bit different. Almost a corrosive material begins to drip from his fangs and his claws as he casts Primal Savagery and moves towards the vine guy over here and is going to make an attack. Right, that is a 12, which I believe should... Yes, it does hit. And that is going to do a whopping 2d10 damage. That's going to do 8 acid damage to the creature as he barrels into it with his claws and fangs. And then it's going to be it for him.
Well, pretty shit, 2d10.
Yeah, I rolled 5 and a 3. Not that great. Less than average. And the cultist in front of all of you, being next, is going to he's going to begin casting a magical spell. He's going to cast let's see. Just trying to see what the radius on this is. Okay. 20-foot radius and a point. Okay. So as he begins to cast, spikes and more vines begin to appear in front of all of you, between him and you, as let's see, it's about right, isn't it? Oh shit, 20-foot radius? That's pretty big.
Yeah.
That is pretty large.
It's pretty large and in charge.
Let me see if that's about right. That might not be right.
That's not a radius, that's a square.
Let me draw a circle, actually. It's probably going to make it easier.
If only you had measuring tools like a different VTT. Just saying.
I believe that is 25. That is true. That would be good to have in this situation. Let's see. 5, 10. Okay. You guys can see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch out, Lear. He's gonna get you.
That's actually a little bit smaller, but for these purposes, I'll say that he intentionally
If it's smaller.
made it a little bit smaller as spiny growths begin to appear in
Toothy
front of you, and in
moths
fact,
come out of the ground.
right, and in fact, Lear, you're caught in a portion of it. See, yeah, and then he's going to use the rest of his turn to start moving away.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
All right, and now the vine blights are going to go. This one's going to take an attack at Fenrir here. It's going to be a miss. This one is going to move up to you, Cliff, and is going to try to wrap you up.
I'm gonna use my reaction for the symbiotic thing.
All right, that's a 12 to hit, so I assume that misses. And then,
Yes.
what kind of save does he have to make?
On, isn't it?
It is a con save of 14.
19.
Yeah, he saves.
Okay. And then this one here is going to move up to you, Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
The last one remaining, and that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay.
Aw.
So you're going to take 7 bludgeoning damage, and you are restrained once again
Mm-hmm.
by the viney growths on the creature. And back at the top of the round, Novus, you are up.
Okay. So.
What you do?
Just. Where's that one guy?
Which one? The one you hit?
No, the
He's
Wizard?
big.
rolling up. He's still in.
He's up
He's still
there.
in view. The question is you probably can't see him from where you're at.
Yeah, I can see him.
I was here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do you think if I move there, I'll be able to see him?
Well, you can
Uh,
try.
Oh,
You can try. That's part of the game.
Yep. Can you see him?
If I could, yeah, I do actually. A little tiny sliver.
Hold
He
on.
probably is.
I'm
He probably is.
checking.
Quarter. No, two.
Uh,
Two over.
no, I'm looking through your perspective right now, and he's not visible.
I see a little bit of his token
Up here.
right there.
Right where?
Right there.
He's clicking on it.
Okay, well, sure. Yeah. What do you want to do?
How far away is that?
You can see him just through the trees.
It'd be about 70 feet, I think, from you.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna hit him 3 times with Scorching Ray.
Okay, make
I-
3 attack rolls.
Oof. 12,
I
18.
bet only one of those hit.
you have something to change that?
Yeah, I am
Okay,
gonna re-roll one. I'm gonna use Lucky to re-roll the not one.
okay.
Let's hope it's something good.
22.
Woo.
Okay. All 3 of those hit.
Holy shit.
So roll for damage.
1, 2, 3.
18
Okay,
fire
that-
damage.
18 fire damage. As this Man is struck in the back with 3 fiery rays from your wizard.
Pop, pop, pop.
It definitely slows him down a bit, but he's still, despite the burning of his cloak in the back, he's still running.
Okay.
All right, that all?
Yep.
Okay, make sure you mark off one of your charges
I
of
am.
lucky.
I.
And Dorian, you are up
I'm ahead
next,
of you.
and you
I'm
are restrained.
way
What
ahead
you
of you,
do?
bro.
Gonna cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
Is that costs an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, Hexblade Curse. This one wrapping me up.
Okay. Let's see.
Now
What I
I
was
have a
using for this.
question for Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to kill it to get the bonus from that?
Nope.
Okay.
Actually, I was using this for that. No. Change this to something along the lines.
We used a
of...
shield last time for Armor of Agathis.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for it. It's not really that important. Oh, here it is.
There's so many icons on him.
You don't need that. Okay. All right. There you go. And now the Twiggy boys will begin moving your direction. This one, just to make it easier, these two are going to attack you, Dorian. They both have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first one is a 7,
Miss.
so it's not going to hit you anyway. And then the second one is a 14.
Nope.
All right, so they both miss. Then this one is going to attack you again, Cliff. That's a 18.
That hits.
Take 2 piercing damage.
Nos.
And Lear, you're up. You are now in these spikes, and so you realize it's going to be difficult to move through this terrain.
I'm gonna try to move here.
Okay, let's see.
That takes 10.
Yeah, when a
20.
creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 for every 5 feet it travels. And so,
No deck save or anything.
No,
no,
it's the
no deck
movement skill,
save.
but
I'm going to
anything
say that,
down-
given that you were just on the edge of it, that you only take 2d4 damage because you're able to easily get out of it
Okay.
from where you were standing. Okay, so you take 3 piercing damage as you move through the spikes.
Race.
I will.
Bonk.
Yeah, I'll take a Schley hit on this guy here.
Go for it.
Ooh.
14. 15.
That hits.
Okay. It's 1d8 plus 4, plus with my symbiotic entity, it's an extra 1d6. That's 11 plus 3,
Wow,
14.
that's more than enough. You bonk it, and just like the other one, it shatters into splinters.
Okay.
You do have a bit of movement left if you'd like to use it.
Do I go for the druid?
Yes. Maybe. How much speed of movement did you say I had?
It was difficult terrain for the first one, so you have 15.
I will move 5, 10. I'll stay right here.
Oh, I was gonna go on the other side.
Uh-oh.
Thunder wave.
Okay. The needlers are gonna go next. They ain't gonna move. This one is gonna shoot at you, Novus. That is a 13 to hit.
It hits.
Shield!
Okay. That
Mhm.
is a 9. That's 9 piercing damage.
Whew.
You get lit up on the chest with the needles. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot to have this twig blight move. However, as it attempts to move through the terrain here, it actually falls and is pierced on several spikes.
I just imagine the sprites from
Stops
World of
moving.
Warcraft.
This needle blight is going to start moving this way. It is going to attack you, Lear. 9 misses.
9?
I'll pump
This
a
one.
reaction into him. To,
Okay.
Con
Right.
save.
18.
Yeah, passes.
Right, and this one is going to attack Fenrir. It's an 8, it misses. Then this one is going to attack you, Doran.
You never
Okay,
played battle music.
21 to hit, so that hits. And that's going to be 7 piercing damage.
No.
He's looking kind of rough, probably.
Well, that the armor of Agathis ate up most of that.
Yeah, still.
All right, and Cliff, you're up next.
Don't
What
worry,
to
guys.
do?
I can speak with plants. Say, stop.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they'll listen.
That doesn't mean they'll listen.
Alright, I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna cast Thunderwave upcasted to level 2 because I don't give a shit about this guy. He said
Okay, and
mean
you're gonna.
things.
Okay, so you're gonna cast Thunderwave at basically this direction.
No, it's centered on me. It's a 15-foot cube, so it's like.
Oh, okay, okay.
15.
All right, and is it what are the saves? Dexterity,
It is con.
con. Okay,
Ooh.
so the twig is
And
gonna get
Cliff
a.
died!
Cliff go. Holy shit!
I just can I control Z that?
Did you delete yourself?
I tried to remove that square.
The brightest
You
stars,
deleted yourself.
the brightest
Hold
stars
on.
burn out
I
twice as
can't see.
quickly.
I didn't even know that you could do that. Yikers! Hold on.
Does he
Let me
get extra?
rectify.
No, he put his all into it. He sacrificed
He's not
himself.
even in the initiative roll anymore.
That should give him a couple. That should give him more damage.
Okay.
Hey, there I am.
There you go. You're back.
Can you Alt A to undo it? Does the undo?
I tried to control Z, but it didn't work.
You go at the same time as the other goons, so just remember that.
Oh shit.
All right. So the Twiggy boy, got a 11.
Fail.
All right. Mr. Vine gets an 18. Other Vine gets a 10 over here. That's a fail.
Fail. And he
And
moves 10 feet away.
And then Fenrir rolls a natural 19.
He succeeds.
He takes
So-
half damage and isn't moved
so-
away.
Oh.
This guy shatters into a million twigs. This guy, you said, is moved 10 feet away?
The one that failed.
Right, which is this one. It takes 12 damage. And this guy just takes half damage.
They both, yeah, Fenrir and the other vine take 6.
And that dude running away heard the thunders boom. That is it.
He heard the
Oh, yeah.
clap
300
of
feet.
thunder on his cheeks.
Heard the thunderclap. All right. Anything else?
I just remind Doran that he has quick inspiration.
I'm just
All right,
kind of
Ratcheter, you're up
limply
next.
hanging in the vines after hearing that joke. What if I just stop
Okay,
fighting back?
so 5, 10, bonus action hide. Trying to hide from this dude up here.
Okay. Roll for stealth, I guess.
25?
And
Yeah,
25?
he's running away from you, so he's not exactly aware of your presence.
Okay. 5, and I have perfect line of sight on him right here. I'm gonna try and shoot him with a heavy crossbow.
Okay, you can roll with advantage.
Will your arrow fly true?
I hate
Let's
how
see.
all the bad guys run away like bitches because the DM thinks it's cool.
So 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll for damage. And you get your sneak attack.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
it's only-
Yeah.
it's only-
Good enough. You essentially shoot this guy right in the back of his neck, and he falls down, unmoving.
Is the spike growth still there now that he's dead?
He is dead. The
I think
spikes. Well,
do
let
those
me
stay?
let me
I think
check.
they
Actually,
stay.
I don't think so.
Concentration.
It's
I think they stay.
concentration, so no, they
Oh,
They drop. He's
they
dead.
drop.
oh,
So
cool.
the spikes disappear
Then
and
when I
sink
hit
back
him,
into the
he should have
ground.
rolled for
Yeah, you
That's
should
true.
have.
Save.
He should have.
That's true.
But it
he's
doesn't
dead.
matter. He's dead now.
Yeah.
He fucking shot him in the back of the neck.
All right. Any
Getting
He's
better
just
with
a
this heavy
charred
crossbow.
corpse.
it, right?
A charred corpse with
Yeah,
an
but
arrow.
I used my
Isn't it?
bonus action and I used my action. I can't use Whales of the Dead because he was too far away.
You still have
I
movement.
think. Hang on. Where's he at?
He was all the way
Hey.
up there. There's no way you could.
He was far away.
Nope, too far away.
You still have movement.
I love how he was like,
I
shall
have
never see light again.
10 feet of movement, I think, right?
You're either there or there. So I don't know.
I was
Yeah, but he moved back into the shadows and then moved back out. So
yeah, I moved so I couldn't see him, and then I tried to hide from him, and then I moved over 1 and I could see him. So I had to move 15 to get to that spot. Then I
Okay.
moved 5 over.
So yeah, it's 10.
But I think I only have 10 feet of movement.
yes, I'm saying yes. That's how much you have.
Move 1 and
Fenrir's gonna go ahead and make his attack roll against the vine. That is a natural 6, but that actually
Nice.
still hits because that makes it a 12 again. Okay, and so Fenrir is able to completely tear the vines apart, and they stop moving. This guy is dead. So
Man, he dead.
He did.
I believe that
I can fly.
there's so many.
I believe I can do. That's good.
So we got 2 more vine blights.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it doesn't do anything crazy.
all right.
Brother,
attack-
every night and day.
Gonna attack you, Dorian.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's just a 13.
Miss.
So no.
Wow.
And
The
then-
thing holding onto him misses.
This fine blight being very upset with what
Cliff.
Cliff just did to him. It's gonna move 5 feet closer, and it's going to throw out its
Tendrils of
constrict
corruption.
ability again.
It's what?
That's gonna be a
He's
9.
shooting his vines out.
Miss.
9.
You can just picture Cliff going up on his tiptoes.
To the top of the
turning side over.
round, we got Novus up again.
Okay, I'm like gonna move right here.
Do it. You know, you could.
What? Oh,
Nothing.
yeah, say it. Say it.
Nope.
What?
No. Let's try to calm down the chatter
Let's do it.
on other people's
Do it.
turns.
I'm gonna hit this one with a firebolt.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Ah, right in the side of the head.
That hits.
Nice. Wish it was an
Or-
actual 20, but it's good. 5.
Big old 5 fire damage. Very
Dirty
good.
20.
Very good.
Right into the side of what we would perceive its head to be.
Okay.
Still have a
Dorian,
bonus
you're
action.
still Dorian, you're still
I am
wrapped up.
Groot.
Gonna take a swing at the one holding me.
With disadvantage, unfortunately, right?
Yep, he has disadvantage. And they're the
15,
exact
15, it doesn't
same.
matter.
Those both hit.
Okay.
Wow, and you
Yeah.
roll well on the damage
That's
too.
15
So,
total. And I'm gonna pump. I can use your inspiration on damage, right?
Yes.
It's a d6.
That is a Tasha's thing. Yes, it is a D6.
Okay.
wow.
Ooh.
So 20.
Very good. So, despite the
My
fact that
words
you're wrapped up,
inspire you.
you're able to move your. You take Cliff's inspiration and you use it to find the nexus of the creature. You stab it through with a slash. That doesn't make any sense, but it happened. There you go.
You
You're
stabbed and
unrestrained.
flat at the same time.
Okay, and I heal
Oh,
8
that is
hit
the-
points.
Nice. Is that temp or actual hit
It's
points?
actual health.
Nice.
All right. Anything else?
And do you get to move that Hexblade's Curse?
Nope.
Wow.
Not to level 14.
All right, just telling you.
That is
Sad.
in. Yeah, I'm not gonna move.
All right,
That'll
Twiggy Boy's
happen
gonna
one day.
attack you though.
Sure.
He's still got
Level
armor.
14 is just a stone throws
10.
away.
Miss.
All
Sounds
right,
like
Lear,
another
you're
dice
up.
needs to be put into the dice wheel.
Shall hit this man.
I shall
Hit him.
proceed
here.
to
Do
bonk
it.
him.
My shillelagh.
Shabonk.
Lele.
That is a 23.
Nice.
That's a hit.
And then also my other thing.
Don't worry about it. You completely demolish it again.
Nice.
No, I want to roll the dice, DM.
Let me do the thing.
And then
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
move
yeah.
down to this guy.
Okay,
Hey. Nice. All right.
getting in there.
I like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, given that, then you've just become a target of the needle blights here, and so all three of these ones down here are going to shoot at you.
Shoot him!
This one doesn't make him have a con save.
Middle.
Okay, con save.
Mhm.
12.
That fails. Wow.
Oh.
Did
He
it!
takes 2d4.
Whoa!
Wow.
5 damage total.
Damn. Okay, minus
That's it.
We
5.
got a 1 and a 4 though.
All right. Okay. 13,
Miss.
19,
Hits.
14.
Miss.
Okay, so 1 hits you. As you get a volley of needles heading your direction, you're able to avoid most of them. But
throw
a
the
few
shield
of
up.
them are true, and you take 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And for shits and giggles, this guy will move up a little bit and is going to fire some bullshit at you, Rashider.
E.
Is 14.
That misses.
All right, low hit modifiers, cool. Very good. Rashider, you're up now.
I'm gonna pop over one and shoot at the vine creature that's in front of
Okay.
Lear.
Roll to hit. That hits. You guys are rolling hot. I haven't seen anything that really doesn't hit.
17.
Woo! All right, yeah.
And then
Uh,
wail from the grave on the one that Lear has been consistently making have con saves.
All right. Well,
Funny.
you decimate. You find the heart of that creature, and do your thing. 4 damage to this one. Pretty good.
And in that moment, the DM regretted giving the rogue a magical heavy crossbow.
I didn't think that he was going to use it.
Hey,
I'm an
I have a
idiot.
dexterity class.
All right.
Need a fucking Soul Reaper crossbow thing or weapon.
And Fenrir is going to get on all fours and charge this needle blight and make an attack against him with his claws. That's a hit.
Nice.
And that's a 8
Ooh.
damage, but that is enough to take the creature down. He tears
Nice.
tears it to splinters. Then no more of those. So we're back to the top of the round with Novus.
I'm gonna shoot this one with firebolt.
All right. That
Nice.
is another dirty 20. Very good. And a dirty 2.
32.
Take a little
What?
take a little pot shot. Firebolt. Needle blight.
God damn it! I'm fucking useless.
Cantrips
you could-
for level 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you did ensure that cultist didn't get away, pretty much.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably was gonna go tell his buddies that
You still- well, Cliff probably let him know we're here, so.
Doran.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to this one,
Yeah, they're gonna see all the fucking murdered trees and back off.
and I'm gonna stab him.
Do it.
A slash. Okay, yeah.
It's a sword. I can do whatever I want with it.
Except
7.
except bludgeoning damage.
I can even do that. I
Pommel.
use the pommel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it's a 1d4.
Still bludgeon.
Ah, fuck.
7 slashing damage as I chop into him like a woodchuck.
Oh, yeah. Chucking that
How much
shit.
wood?
Chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood.
Lear,
know.
you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna go down to this one. Do the same thing.
Great.
Chalet hit him. 14.
That hits.
The big old 2 plus a 1d6. Ooh, nice. 6.
2.
That is enough to take this one out.
Or my bad, 6.
Nice.
Nice.
Bonk.
How
Bonk.
much did I move? I was right here.
Yes, so you move
So,
5, 10,
15.
You have 15 feet left.
I weakened it for you.
Needle blight
with that
turned
Alright.
to
2
be
damage.
That's it.
You run up, you schwack him, and then you run right back, all in one motion.
whack him.
All right. And the needle blades.
It's actually Cliff's
this-
turn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
Cliff's
Cliff.
Oh no, hang on.
It is.
Yeah, I
You
went
got,
after Lear last time.
you got
Yeah.
deleted
Oh.
in the order. They all rolled 7s.
He rolled the same initiative as me, and he rolled a 7.
All 3 of these goons had a 7 total.
He should have gone before Lear, I think, but it's
It
fine.
doesn't really matter.
For me. What?
No.
No.
Le-
I'm gonna go over here. This thing with my longsword, like fucking Paul Bunyan.
All right. Paul Bunyan with
Would
your
have sounded cooler if you
Fountain
didn't
of
like a
ogre strength.
robot through halfway through it. Yep, that's what it was.
All right.
Yeah.
That dirty 20. There you go.
One-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
7.
One-handed.
You can. There's an
7.
option you
No-
could turn on, Spencer, that it doesn't roll.
Another
both.
7 damage. This one takes 7 damage as well. Cliff taking after Doran's fighting style, apparently, dealing the same amount of damage. All right,
Doran's
and
apparently
this one's
trained
going to
anyway.
hit you, Doran, or attempt to anyway.
Okay.
Hang on.
And that's gonna be-
Did they roll a 7 on their initiative?
They're before you.
Did they roll a 7 on their initiative?
Almost done with this. It'll be alright.
Yeah, it's
It's
fine. What actually happened is we forgot Cliff's turn last round.
Hmm.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's fine. Okay, 20 to dirty 20 actually.
Would it?
What's all these dirty 20s?
Did it attack me with a melee attack?
Yes,
Okay.
this one. Yeah, it did. Even if
Alright.
it didn't, it would still be within range, I think. Oh.
I was just making sure because it's gonna get fucking blasted in the
Yes,
face. Here.
it used its claws. Oh, very cool. Very cool. That's 3.
Oh, excellent. That's exactly how much temp hit points I had, and it eats 10 cold damage to the face.
As it attempts to claw you, it gets shoved backwards, exploding into ice shards. Frozen wood dots the ground in front of you. And this one is gonna make a claw attack against you, Cliff. And that's a
Yeah.
big old 7 to hit. So don't think that hits. And Rashider, you're up.
I'm pretty sure I've used 5 shots already. So I'm gonna mark off 5 crossbow bolts. I've been forgetting to do this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and try to shoot the one that's in front of Cliff.
All right.
Eh.
Well, that is actually, believe, a miss. Yeah.
Hmm.
Barely miss. It flies into the tree beside
You failed.
as it lunges forward towards Cliff. Just
I
dodges
have an
away.
inspiration, but I don't know if I want to use it.
You do it. You do you.
It's not a nat
Fin-
1, so.
But Fenrir's going to do the same shit as before. And is going to run up and is going to attack.
He's gonna miss.
And that is a 16 to hit, which does in fact hit. And that's going to be a big 2 damage as he barely grazes the creature.
Yikes.
Epic.
It's still up.
Yep.
And so that's going to take it to Novus.
I'm actually gonna try to shoot it with my crossbow.
With your. What?
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Roll a hit.
Why do
How
you.
far away am I from
Shh. Shh.
It's fine.
This far. This
Okay,
far.
yeah.
Crossbow, you've got enough range.
it? Yeah, I have a light crossbow.
Fire!
Do it. It's funny.
You have enough range.
Oh, he misses. Damn.
Fuck.
So all of a sudden, you see a crossbow bolt fly through the air, but it's not from Rashider's direction. You turn back to see the wizard firing a crossbow bolt for some reason. And,
I thought it'd be
Doran, you're
funny.
up now.
Okay. I'm just gonna sigh
train-
and walk over
He's got to
here
train with it.
and shoot an eldritch blast at it.
All right, roll to hit. I'm gonna laugh my. Okay. Okay, roll for damage, but how do you want to do this?
It was meant to be.
I-
It was meant to be.
I kind of just half-heartedly start dragging my sword across the ground, shaking my head, lift my other hand, not even looking, and just shoot an eldritch blast at it.
You do, and as it connects, the creature breaks into a million splinters and is gone from your sight. And there don't
Turns
seem
to
to be any
ash.
other strange creatures around for the
Wonderful.
time being. All right, and you all were pretty much able to see, for the most part, that Rashider had fired into the wood shortly after 3 scorching rays had made it in that direction as well. Nothing but a yelp to indicate the result, but given that Rashider turned his attention to other creatures, you can all pretty much assume that the cultist was
Target
slain.
down.
Tango down.
Now we just gotta go confirm the kill.
Ugh. And then I got a better luck next time on that last one.
And just for reference, he was running in the northeasterly direction that you guys have been moving since you
Yeah.
started.
I'm gonna
I
go around
love
and
how
start
he
trying
was
to get my
like,
crossbow bolts.
"You'll never see the sun shine again." 2 minutes later, he's dead.
Like it's like in He-Man with Skeletor, just like and then turns away.
we could rule this for us, Spider-Man.
All right.
That's a different guy.
Join me.
Are we
We
gonna
can
roll
fight to the
something
death
for
about it.
my die or my crossbow bolts, or do I just
Roll a d4.
a D4? Man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose a lot of them. Where's it at?
He
D4.
shot them in the wood. He should keep
Nice.
them all.
All right, you're able to successfully recover 1 crossbow bolt.
I have
Okay.
a few if you need them.
Good thing I bought a bunch of them.
Good thing you did.
I still have 50 total.
Just
Yeah.
when you get a bunch of money, pull a Vex and just buy 1,000 crossbow bolts.
I
And then
don't
just-
have a
just-
fucking bag of holding or a quiver. That's just infinite.
Well, when we
ammo.
do, you just do that and then you forget about it. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the cultist.
I'm gonna walk over.
I'm
with
gonna
Okay.
walk over to leader.
Yeah. I'm assuming the one crossbow bolt I get back is the one that's stuck in the cultist's neck.
Yeah,
So
sure.
Yeah, you have to put your foot on his head and like pull it out.
Yeah, the main issue is most of the other things that you shot, the bolt actually went straight through them, and so you're not sure where it went.
I lost eye contact with the bolt after it went through their body.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna
So-
start searching this goon.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Will assist.
I
He's gonna
will
walk over
watch.
to Lear and be like, how much do you trust this guy? Seems like he wasn't doing much until the end of that fight once we were already winning, and did seem to like let us right into a trap.
And as Dorian is, and I'm helping him investigate that body, I'm going to be asking him for pointers on what I could have done differently with that heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Solid facts that I don't know. We just don't have incriminating proof. Either he's trusty or not. He hasn't exactly led us astray yet.
I'll keep my eye out.
Staring at
I
these
mean,
creatures, DM. Do I know what these things are?
You can make a nature check, but I will resolve Dorian's investigation check first.
As I'm searching through it, I look up at Rash Deer. Well, for one, that last shot, horrendous. Almost as bad as the wizards.
I did it because I thought it would be funny.
You should be embarrassed. Just saying. What do I find?
Okay, so the first thing that you notice upon looking at the man further is that he is dressed very similarly to those druids in the Grey Peak camp. However, there's a few distinctions, such as some tribal tattooing and painting, face paint, whatnot, over his body, dark colored, and weird symbols depicting something that you don't understand. It looks maybe like a language, but it's hard to tell if it's that or just random lettering. Other than that, you find you find that he's carrying a staff and a small tome of some kind.
Okay, staff and small tome. Is there any like signs of the ichor on him?
The only thing that really stands out to you is that the color of the tribal tattooing is the same color as it's black. But other than that, that's the only connection that you could possibly make in your mind. There doesn't seem to be any indication that this guy has, a bunch of, has any of the ichor on him or anything like that.
Said he was carrying a staff and a small tome. What do they look like?
The staff is just a run-of-the-mill staff, fairly plain.
Like a walking stick.
Yeah.
Toss that at the wizard.
Do I know?
I toss the staff at you.
I catch it.
Yeah. What's the tome look like?
The tome itself is essentially a small booklet adorned with some of the same symbols that the man has on his body on the outside cover.
Can I try to decipher the language? Like, see if I know what it would be.
Yeah, you can take a look if Doran gives it to you.
Hold it out to him.
You do not recognize the language. You can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
But before I answer that,
Even have
over to the nature check of Lear. You take closer look and you think back to your encounter with them and how it came about, you realize that these things looked no different than a vine or a twig or a tree or brush before they began moving. It wasn't until they began moving that they sort of took shape, and you could tell that it was not just an inanimate object. You have heard of corruptions in nature before creating these blights. However, they are rare and normally only appear when nature itself has been um, disturbed in a significant way, but that they're often seen as protectors of the forest rather than antagonistic to it. These blights in particular um, share traits of the trees that you've seen. In fact, based upon your check there, it's good enough given your previous knowledge that a lot of those twig and needle blights were roughly the same size as the hollowed out portions of the trees that you've seen. You can kind of connect the dots there.
I look up at Cliff, and I think these actually. Look at this. They're laying on the ground. They look like they're not even there. Like just like blending
Yep,
in.
they look like vines and twigs, and it's
These
very
things.
hard. If you did not know that you would
Mhm.
just kill these things, you'd not be able to tell the difference.
I think we need to be very careful in these woods. These things could be everywhere. I
But
believe mate.
there's no ichor on them. Why would they attack us? Unless it was set up.
I don't know, but these things come
Oh
from
well, I do want to be
nature that's
clear.
twisted.
Yeah, I
I
got
want to
what
be
you were saying.
I want to
I
be
was
clear. They do share the look
Of
of
that tree.
the dead trees that you've been seeing.
Yeah.
yeah, but there's no
Me,
actual ichor dripping off of them. Is what I'm saying.
Right,
not,
not
yeah.
enough to
And I didn't have the nature check
really
to
see.
to
Yeah.
make that
So Cliff,
connection really.
these things come from nature. It's twisted, corrupted, and it's got to be connected. These woods aren't. These woods aren't safe. These things could be everywhere. You keep
Well, it
our
might just
eyes
be
out.
because he's your rival, but I don't trust him.
It, I understand. I'm hard to
When we were
trust
kids, I
too,
looked
but
out for you, and I'm looking out for you now.
my hand on your shoulder. And I appreciate it, Cliff.
Put my
I do.
fat ass ogre gauntlets on his shoulder.
Hmm.
The weight is very
reminds me,
noticeable.
reminds me of childhood still.
Okay. Novus, that Arcana check, unfortunately, you're taking a look through the tome. And you're seeing a few things that remind you of maybe some spells or incantations that you've seen in the past, but nothing that would indicate the origin or the um, reason behind these particular symbols.
Well,
Maybe, shoot, what's his name? The other druid with us.
yeah. Let him take a look of it.
Yeah.
Help me with
what's
this. Point to
Oh,
you,
not this one.
Rashidir. And where you're going to start dragging the cultist back as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to the rest of the group.
Mhm.
Okay, so Fenrir approaches you, Novus, and takes the tome and looks over it for a moment. This is meaningless to me, but as you drag the cultist over, Yes, this is one of the defectors.
What do these symbols mean? And I point at the ones covering his body.
I don't know. But they do appear to be similar to those in this book. He kind of like holds it up and is like kind of like comparing and contrasting.
And you can't make heads or tails of it.
I cannot. No.
Insight check.
And you're trying. What are you trying to determine?
Whether he's lying that he can tell or not. Like he can actually read
Okay.
it.
Roll.
15.
He seems genuine. He seems as though he's just as confused by your question as he is by the tome that he's looking, the symbols that he's looking at. This is not druid magic,
Look
or
at
at
this
least
stuff
it
too.
doesn't seem like it.
I'll be able to double check his work, see if it's druidic magic.
Yeah,
Or any
you
type
can.
of symbols that's druidic.
Yeah, make a Arcana check.
Hold on. Nope. I know nothing. Checks
Same as
out.
Fenrir.
Yeah.
Same as Fenrir. You cannot draw any connection between this and any druidic magic that you're familiar with.
Hmm.
But it seems he was running that way. What would he have been running to? I know that there are others who defected. I wonder if they heard our struggling.
Look over at Cliff. Most definitely.
Yeah, better stay away. And we reach the same fate.
Cliff means business.
And I look directly at Fenrir.
I'm sorry, do you have a problem with me?
Nope.
He's gonna insight check that shit. Okay, roll a deception check.
Well,
Ooh.
you don't.
He seems convinced by your quick answer, and perhaps not great with social encounters himself, especially with those outside of his circle. He does not challenge you
Of course.
on that
Who
statement.
would have a problem with me? I'm great. I'm awesome. He thinks in his head. So what now?
Cliff is just a big, lovable buffoon.
Well, I agree with Lear that we should be more careful moving forward. Those things could be anywhere. We likely won't see them before they spring to action.
Hmm.
So what are you guys doing?
This could be a party pooper, but it's been
I'm
4 hours.
I gotcha. I
pretty
gotcha.
sleepy.
And 11.
We just pick up right here.
Well, give me like 5-10 minutes, if that's okay. Get us to a
Okay.
better spot.
Well, what time of day is it?
You've got plenty of daylight left.
Well, I just said, like, I don't know. That's what I was doing, so after that, I don't know. Guess we're all pushing forward.
I mean, we could try for a short rest if anybody needs it.
I don't have any benefits from it, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's
only
up to you guys. You guys can attempt to take a short rest here,
Also,
where you're sort of huddling around
after
this
10
body.
minutes, I'll lose my symbiotic entity and drop the health points, tip points.
It's up to you guys if you want to try to take a short rest.
And
Should
I'm a
be
warlock,
okay.
so I always will never argue against a short rest, but it's up to you guys.
Give me my 2 spell slots back.
it's up to you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys
Bro,
want to take a short rest, so you can mark a short rest.
Yeah, and I need
As
to
you guys
heal
are
a
just
little
sort of
bit.
deciding what to do next.
I
Justin,
move-
remember you have arcane recovery. Wanted to remind you this time.
I also have Song of Rest.
Yeah,
You
I
can
move.
either get 2 first level spell slots back or 1 second level spell slot.
I move 10
Oh,
of my
nice.
crossbow from my backpack into my equipment.
That automatically added the health back when I rolled like that.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
I just hit the
Oh,
roll
it's
button
hit
on
die?
the hit die, and it automatically just added the health back.
How much hit point? I'm missing.
How much do I get from Sauna Rest, Spencer?
I'm missing 8.
I'm trying to find it.
Oof.
Good for me. Are you
You just get an extra
serious?
D6.
You need an extra D6.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll use 1 hit die then. Did it roll it? Oh, I gotta roll it here. Meh. I get a D6 on top of that. So 7.
I used
Seven.
to hit die. Got me back to 24 HP.
Oh, come on. There we go.
After the short rest ends, though, I am going to cast Mage Armor just in case.
Okay. Did you use your arcane recovery ability?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I
I
Um,
didn't use any first level spell slots, so I just used
You
the.
could have.
Got the second one back.
Yeah, I got the second one.
As
back.
we're taking the rest,
Alright.
I look over at Novus casting Mage Armor. How do you forget to do that?
Look, it was we. I don't have an excuse. Fuck off.
How are you alive?
This plays into the common sense thing. We're just.
Yeah. For sure. Alright. So after your short rest is over, you guys are gonna push forward?
I guess so. Say marching
Yeah.
order.
Yeah.
Okay, being stealthy.
I'm definitely gonna try and be stealthy. 'cause I'm
Sure.
a-
At
I'm
the
a
end
rude-
of
As
the
an
short
hour-
rest, I'll give a rousing speech about
Oh.
keeping our eyes peeled for any threat.
What do you tell us?
As this inspiring leader,
You know what do you
I
say?
keep forgetting that I have it.
What's it
Just
do?
saying, keep your eyes out for any threat.
So
They can be
inspiring.
sneaky. They can be right next to us. Even.
How many hit points?
Uh,
Is it 10 hit points?
How many?
I'm looking. I keep forgetting I have this. Where is it
Go to
even at?
features and traits and scroll all the way down to feats at the bottom. It should say.
Did I switch something and don't have it? We got cleric features, bard features.
You're on the features and traits tab. Scroll all the way to the
Yeah.
bottom.
Oh, I have to click feats. For some reason, I wouldn't scroll any further. 7 temp HP. Sorry.
Very cool. Everyone gets 7 temp HP.
Nice.
Very nice.
7 temp HP.
Because I inspired you all.
So are we just going a
Alright,
regular
and as you move
stealthy route?
forward, being stealthy, right?
Sure.
Alright, well everyone makes stealth checks then.
Nice. Nice.
He
Kind of nice.
13. Where's there it is. Stealth.
Here we go.
Oh my
When we
God.
do group
Hey.
stealth checks.
Oh,
That's
and a
failures.
natural 1
From
from...
the-
Inspiration. Inspiration.
Oh, he's just using the
Okay,
inspiration.
okay. Using the
Damn.
inspiration.
When we do group checks, is it an average
Better than
or
that.
is
And
it...
knowledge from past life.
He's using everything.
It's essentially a large success can overcome a
Yes.
a failure.
What he's asking is it like an
An
average of the
average of
rolls?
Yeah,
success?
it's basically averages, yeah.
Okay.
So, given the fact that Rasher has a 17 now rather than a natural 1,
Natural ones
And
count for 2 failures, right? And
kinda,
natural 20s is 2. I mean,
kinda,
that's how.
yeah. But overall, you guys succeed. Feel like you slowly creep towards that direction,
The road.
and you begin to hear strange chanting
Ooga
deeper
chaka,
into the
ooga,
forest.
ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga.
Yeah, something like that.
What is that from?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
But which is it? The first one or is it the?
Let's
It's
get
the
back on
first one.
topic because
It
it's
doesn't
getting late.
matter.
Yeah, let's get back on topic.
No, let's keep derailing so you
Focus
guys
up.
have to stay up.
Focus. Focus. And so you begin to hear this chanting
Focus.
deeper into the forest, and as you guys kind of creep through, you peek out, and you see directly in front of you 4 of those same looking druidic cultists
I
in
cast
front of
Fireball.
you.
If only.
Well, if you were 5, then yeah, you probably could. As you peek through, you see them doing something, they're chanting strange symbols on the ground. A couple of them seemingly praising this tree behind them that has all of the same signs that you've seen prior. This tree looking dead, however, something strange about it is certainly there. And as you are all peeking through the bushes and seeing this happen, we'll call the session here and find out what happens next with these cultists.
Whoa!
I thought those other 3 trees were probably what this might be, so I was a little scared. But we'll
Didn't we
find out.
fight one
It
of
might be
these
different.
in the Curse of Strahd thingy?
Maybe we don't know yet. It's
It's
probably a little different.
Whomping Willow from Harry Potter.
From Harry Potter?
Is there someone quick check? Is there a car in the branches?
I hope so.
There, from what you can tell,
Roll
No.
perception.
no. I
I
mean, it
got
doesn't
a-
take a perception check to know that
got
there's
14.
probably not a car in there because you don't know what a car is, other than there's no cart or anything.
Well, Cliff's read Harry Potter to his kids. He knows
Yeah,
what a
he's
car
been.
is.
Cliff wrote Harry Potter.
Well, see, the thing
Ooh.
is Harry Potter would not be a very entertaining story in D&D
No, it's
necessarily.
about a
It's
normal.
dumb
It's
kids.
about a normal kid going to a normal high school with no magical power. It's the
Yeah, they
inverse.
play.
He comes
they're
from
Right.
he comes from Faerun and he goes to IRL world to go to school. That's the story.
a reverse Isuke.
It's okay.
He gets hit by a
He's gay.
what would you get hit by?
Cart
It wouldn't
Chan.
be a truck.
It,
It would be
Cart
it would
Chan.
be a carriage.
yeah. Hit by a carriage and you appear in a normal world. Only normal things. Okay, well, there we go. Session 8 in the books, and
Whoa.
we'll see what happens next.
I need to
Bye-bye,
have
Next
Depending
time
another
everyone.
the
on
situation.
Critical Role.
I need to have another